You know, what we say in science is you only learn from failed experiments.
People are inspiring.
It's a low electricity bill. How much you pay for a month?
The total is €2.
Expensive? No.
Even when facing terrible odds,
Sometimes you just feel like you can't do anything about it.
giving up is never an option.
It breaks your heart and you think, oh my God, what are we doing? And we know we've got to do something.
Around the world, people are working
So this would be a carbon-neutral jet fuel.
for a better tomorrow.
Waste is the end result of our choices that we make.
And I want to contribute to the zero-waste society.
Creating clouds, this is the definition of thinking outside the box.
I think it's much better if the world is dependent on Greenland than Greenland is independent of anybody.
Sometimes it's hard to tell dusk and dawn apart.
It was the question of, like, what can I do to help?
The difference
It's our all-hands-on-deck moment.
is hope.
I can cure this.
And you promise I don't have to lose my legs?
No, not at all.
I'm a father to 2 beautiful daughters. I'm also a husband, a son, a friend, an avid table tennis player, an actor.
Jamie Lannister on the room bike.
I'm a human being. As a species, whatever we imagined, we created. We believed the resources of nature were endless. We were wrong. This show is about solutions and the people behind them. My name is Nikolaj Coster-Waldau, and this is An Optimist's Guide to the Planet.
When you come up here in Greenland, you really see the impact of global warming. It's very often this simple of climate change, kind of the canary in the coal mine. And this is the edge of the ice cap. It's just incredible. It's 3 kilometers thick, covering this enormous country. And it's melting every year. You can see this meltwater just come through the ice from the top. And it's running into the ocean. And we know that more is melting than what is added in the winters. That is a massive problem. It's also this thing about Greenland becoming this symbol of an impending disaster, which I find is a little unfair. It's dramatic, and it's upsetting. But I'm an optimist because I really believe in human beings. There is real reason for hope. Can we do better? Yes. Will we do better? Yes. The reason we've come to Kangerlussuaq is to meet a man that could potentially change the narrative. The melt could become part of the solution to the challenges we face and not just a symbol of this dread.
Hej Nikolaj. Velkommen til.
Ja, tak. So you are from Greenland?
I'm from Greenland. I was born in a very small settlement of 7 people.
Wow. I mean, even in Greenland, that is a small settlement.
Peace and quiet was not a problem, I would say. So all the water you see coming down here, that was ice a few days ago.
The velocity and the power of all that water, it's incredible.
And you don't want to slide in there.
No, it takes river rafting to the next level.
But you can see the water doesn't look like the tap water you have at home. It's all completely gray. And all the gray material is sediment. And this consists of all the nutrients you need for life to sustain itself.
Basically, this is an incredible resource.
Yeah. What is the base of wealth everywhere in the world is a good soil for sustaining productive agriculture. So basically, we have about 1 billion tons of this being produced every year.
And it's just nature's own fertilizer.
Yeah, exactly. To me, it's extremely important that we say, okay, how can this be used to our advantage? What ice does, because it's so heavy and so large, the weight of the ice is so enormously on the rock.
So it's grinding the mountains, the rocks.
And it just turns it into this very, very fine material. Down there, muskox.
Oh, yes.
There's a whole herd of them.
Oh, so this is actually...
Yeah, this is the material.
This is the material, that's the silk.
Yeah. So be careful, don't get stuck in it.
Oh, that's what you said. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely sticky stuff, you'll never get it off again. It's completely soft like soap or oil or something because you can't even feel the grain in it.
But it's also magical.
It's magical. You just dry it a little bit, it'll crumple up into pellets, and you just ship them off and toss them on the field, and you know, next time it rains, it'll filter in or whatever.
It'll just slow dissolve into the ground.
And the plant will start basically eating off it.
That's incredible.
Also, for each ton of this material you put on the field, you'll take up 250 kilos of CO2 from the air.
Wow.
And that means that...
So this is actually carbon capture, just built into a product that is fertilizer.
Yeah. Also, we know that we can take it from here to, say, Africa without contributing more CO2 to the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So we work on food security, but we also work on climate.
It seems like a no-brainer to send this out into the world.
Yeah, I think there's clearly some practical obstacles that we need to solve. But that's what humans are good at. So I'd like to meet Nikolaj.
Hello.
This is my wife, Louise, and Nikolaj.
How do you do, Nikolaj?
I do very well. What a place. It's so beautiful.
You're admiring the Barbie.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at the view. I was just looking at this.
Wholesale barbecuing.
And here's our fjord,
And a whole bunch of silt.
Yes.
which turns out is quite useful.
It turns out it's quite useful. Now you've told me about the silt, but there's also this thing about seeing is believing.
Here is an experiment we did with a very good colleague from the University of Ghana. That was how it would typically be. And this is when you added 10 tons per hectare.
Oh, my God.
The first year we got 30% higher. So really you can see that it's actually...
I mean, this is dramatic.
At times you can double the yield, basically.
So this natural fertilizer, the silt, this is an endless resource.
Yeah.
We know it has huge impact when it comes to increasing yield, just giving the soil nutrients, minerals.
Yeah.
It even will suck out CO2 from the atmosphere, which we need.
Yeah.
So 5-10 years from now, what is your hope?
It'll take some time to build up, but I definitely hope that we will transport by the millions or hundreds of millions of tons of this into other parts of the world. And I think there's something really nice about this also from the point of view of Greenland. People talk about independence for Greenland. I think it's much better if the world is dependent on Greenland than Greenland is independent of anybody.
That's a very good point. Oh, my God. This is science.
You know, what we say in science is you only learn from failed experiments.
Exactly. Oh,
that's okay. It'll work. It'll work.
Okay.
And then we'll unwrap them and give them a crust, and then it'll be the best thing ever.
The best thing ever. Muskox.
We've got all of these things, and I'll get a spoon for the mustard and have those tomatoes.
So, Nikolaj, where are we going right now?
Well, this is... Dugaga's family is from Jellicoe. That's where we go, and we have a little house there.
And this little red house is my uncle's house.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So that's where we used to go vacationing every summer when we were kids, because I grew up in North Greenland.
Look how beautiful, this little village. Isn't that nice? Isn't that heavenly? Yeah, the first time we came here, we camped over there. Nugaga was very shy. Even all the way over there, she said, no, you don't understand. People sitting there with the binoculars. Get inside.
What are you telling them?
Get inside the tent.
Yeah, don't be naked around here. Nikolaj.
It's yeah.
Apple crumb. Yeah. He walks so fast.
Sorry. Oh, here we go. Annie, Mark, and John. Oh, God, this looks good. So, how do you feel about this place?
I love it.
Magical.
All my favorite things.
No,
The weather, the people,
It's quiet.
the lunch, it's quiet, good sound.
People are just so chill in Greenland. You cannot be in a hurry.
Well, why do you think Nikolaj loves it so much?
He feels that he relaxes because it's so healthy to be outside.
Is it possible to have hope when you're coming from a country that's warming faster than any other place on Earth?
People are so good at adapting. And that's a good thing, I guess, you know? But at the same time, it is worrying because sometimes you just feel like you can't do anything about it, being just little you. But you get very inspired when you see people actually are doing something about it. And we are in it together.
How important is it that he gets lunch?
Oh, that's very important. Nikolaj needs to eat. He can get very hangry.
I mean, you get it as well.
No, I don't.
You noticed changes in the climate, changes in the weather?
When I was a child, you could go dog sledding from December to sometimes to June, actually. And now, if you're lucky, it's 2 months. Because the sea wasn't frozen. I mean, so that's a huge change. And it was a sad thing for me to think of that I couldn't show my kids my childhood.
So there's a lot of history here.
Yeah, there is. This is my grandfather who lived here. He was a farmer here in Igaliku. And then bringing Nikolaj the first time and being pregnant and having our kids.
If there is one thing we can all agree on, it's the love for our children and the desire to give them the best future possible. That's why I'm going to visit the local school in Igaliku and all the students there.
What point did you have the most kids here?
Maybe 6 students.
6 was the most?
Yes.
We're going to be traveling all over the world, meeting people from Africa, Asia, Australia, America, Canada, and Europe. Everybody talks about climate change, and you can see it in Greenland. Is that something you talk about with the kids?
Yes.
Tror du, vi kan løse problemerne?
Det tror jeg ikke.
Det tror du ikke? Shit, damn it. Doesn't believe we can fix it.
No. Ja, jeg tror, I can fix it.
You think you can fix it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think so, too.
Yeah.
I noticed there was a table here. Look at this. What a civilized school. This is where the journey begins.
Table tennis, it's just a great game. It's played all over the world, and like other sports, even when you don't speak the same language, you can always connect through the game. Having fun is an essential part of being human.
Tak for kampen.
Tak for kampen. Ja, det er varmt.
Så skal vi have matematik. Nej.
The melting ice cap here in Greenland reminds us that our planet is heating up. But though Greenland might be on the front lines of global warming, climate change knows no borders. it's felt all over the world. That's why I'm heading to Australia, to find out how scientists are trying to save another threatened ecosystem, the coral reefs.
Welcome aboard, Bindi. As we head off, guys, the weather forecast is really on our side. Basically, for the next 3 days, it's going to be great weather.
Bruce, where are we going?
So we're going to go to the world-famous Heron Island Bombie, where they've been feeding the fish there for the last 40 years.
So what do you expect me to experience when I go down?
I think you'll be blown away by just the sheer amount of life that's in the waters.
Why are you wearing so much clothes? I'm not wearing clothes. Nobody told me about the trousers. It's almost like experience gives you a little head start.
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
Oh my God, look at that. What the Steve?
What do you need?
What do you need? Look at this.
Oh, these are the best.
Yeah, but why am I'm supposed to be the so-called host.
Oh, wait, dude, didn't you get your own gear?
Yeah, but nobody told me to get like something super fancy. And look, why don't I have anything covering my legs?
Because you're brave.
So many fish, so much life.
It's amazing. It's beyond beautiful. We saw a little bit of the early stages of coral bleaching.
Coral has no colour of its own. It's the algae in the coral that has the colour. So when you get the bleaching, it doesn't mean the coral's dead. It means it's under stress, and it gets rid of this algae. And then if the temperatures remain high over a period of time, then the coral will eventually die. So whiteness doesn't mean death, but if it happens over a period of time, it will. It breaks your heart, and you think, oh my God, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And we know we've got to do something, for sure.
But what can you do? The seas are warming up. The sun is shining with not a cloud to give cover in sight. Wait, what?
Creating man-made clouds seems insane, but the imagination, I think this is the definition of thinking outside the box. Hello. Hi. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, I gotta get in there. Nikolaj. So you are a marine biologist, or what is it?
Oceanographer.
Oceanographer.
Yeah. I fell in love with the ocean when I was a kid. My dad was a keen spear fisherman,
And where was that? Where was?
Growing up around Sydney, the northern beaches of Sydney.
I heard about this. The only thing I heard was man-made clouds, and I was like, we have to go to this because it sounds absolutely insane.
Yeah, the basic idea is that in certain environments, clouds are limited by the number of cloud condensation nuclei. So every droplet in a cloud, it needs a tiny little particle floating around in the atmosphere to condense around. And so when the air is really, really clean, which it happens to be over the reef during summer when the bleaching occurs, then if you add more cloud condensation nuclei, you get the same cloud. We're not making clouds, but we're making them brighter.
And the idea is basically to shield the water from the sun.
That's right.
It's been great to be on the command boat. But I want to see the cloud creation up close. So we moved to the sister vessel, Bandicoot.
But it's very noisy on there, so I'll take you around and show you the machinery, but we won't be able to talk much. You'll have to wear earphones. There's 2 whole shipping containers with big air compressors in them to generate the compressed air to blast the plume. And so what we see is that the plume actually gets sucked right up into the clouds.
Oh, wow.
We don't have to
Well, that's
do
good,
anything.
right?
Yeah, it's terrific. It makes life a lot easier. And in fact, it means we're able to revise a lot of our sort of calculations as to how many stations we'd need and how efficient it would be. Per second, one of those machines, we've got two now, but for one, it produces about 1,000 billion droplets a second from about a shot glass of water a second, 30 mils.
Okay. You're smiling. I mean, is he just making stories? I feel like you're going, that's not true.
No, I was just thinking how magical Dan is because he just keeps all this stuff in his head. Hey,
Nikolaj.
Selena.
What's special about this from your point of view?
It's just that it's so new and that we're at the forefront of this science. So we're kind of leading the world because we're the first ones to come out in the field with this technology. So it's really exciting about that and just to be able to hopefully make a difference in this world.
What is your function?
So I keep the ebb and the flow. We have a really large team, multidisciplinary scientists. You know, at the moment we have people on 5 platforms out here in the reef. Some people might say it's herding cats.
What's going on here?
This is the laser.
That's the one that points right up.
Points up. So you can see the clouds here. These are the clouds, and this is our spray here.
Amazing.
And then we mostly focus on getting the entire size distribution, because the size distribution is really important on how well they'll be able to act as shading particles.
Is it fair then to say that we have kind of underestimated the consequences of our actions?
Well, I think we have learned a lesson now, and we are really now trying to reflect on what we do, what consequence will that have. There's been a lot of work in the background to ensure that what we do will not do any damage. So when you spray here and you change one cloud, will that change the rainfall, let's say, on the coast of Queensland? Will there's a rain or we have too much rain? So there's a lot of observational stuff doing to make sure that what we do doesn't have negative consequences. If this works and we can move this to other systems, that's a big thing.
The consequences of climate change on the coral reefs are complex. There's not one perfect solution.
Well, one of the things we know about cloud brightening is that you can't just keep doing more and more cloud brightening and get more and more cooling.
So it's not a long-term solution?
Absolutely not.
Okay. It's a really good Band-Aid.
Yep.
It'll stop the bleeding for a while, but
we have to reduce emissions. It's critical.
Humans, since the dawn of civilization, have done the seemingly impossible, like make clouds, because we dare to imagine it. We know our biggest problems today, from the melting ice in Greenland to the dying coral reefs, are from the excess of CO2 in the atmosphere that our burning of fossil fuels creates. But how would it change our outlook if we dared to imagine the reverse? That we could make a fossil fuel substitute from the CO2 already in the air.
when it comes to climate change, the biggest problem, of course, is the carbon, the CO2, that we just produce way too much of. We are here in the Bay Area, which is known for the smartest developers and engineers. The company 12 we're going to now sounds too good to be true. They're saying, why don't we just do what the trees do and recycle CO2? If that is possible, then the potential is incredible. And I'm excited. Oh, easy now. Yeah, it's always when you drive electric, some kind of these gas cars, they get so aggressive. This is it, 12, I think. So I was hoping I'd get some coffee around here. This is well, what an amazing. Hi,
Kendra.
Nikolaj.
Hi, and
And
Tasha.
is it Tasha? Tasha?
E-Tasha, yeah.
E-Tasha.
My full name, but Tasha's
Uh,
fine. Did you envision yourself being an actor when you were a kid?
Yeah, I did. I wanted to be an actor or a journalist.
I have to admit, I have not watched Game of Thrones.
No.
At all. So
Just like my wife.
Okay.
And Kendra, where are you from?
I'm from Montana originally.
You grew up in the countryside.
Yeah, we can go to Glacier Park. We can literally see the glaciers melting in front of us, right? It was kind of a question of like, well, what can I do to help?
And like for me, I grew up in Houston, Texas, so very much an oil and gas city. And they had, in an adjacent neighborhood to mine, underground containers, and they attempted to seal them. Well, they did not build, but yeah, they leaked into the water supply. So it was very formative for me.
How did you guys meet?
We met in 2008.
We were in a chemical engineering research lab, and we were studying ways to engineer metal catalyst to basically mimic plants, what plants do. So, you know, trees take CO2 and sunlight as energy source and water from the ground, and they make sugars for their own growth and development. And we were saying, can we basically create an industrial version of that?
I mean, I think we all know that carbon dioxide is a waste product from using fossil fuels. This technology would allow us to transform that CO2 back into something useful. And the end products that we make are the same ones that people, you know, are used to using every day.
To be able to break down CO2 instead of having it stay in the atmosphere would be revolutionary, to say the least.
I mean, am I wrong when I say it is like you're recycling CO2?
Yeah. We actually drew kind of a simplified
this is so helpful for me.
Picture of the overall process. CO2, electricity, water coming together, catalyst-coated membrane. These three inputs break apart and recombine on that catalyst surface to make syngas. And then that syngas is used as an input to all kinds of different existing processes to make the fuel and material end products.
To me, it's mind-blowing. Petroleum products don't just fuel our cars, planes, and factories. The carbon in them is the raw material for almost every kind of plastic, foam, and rubber. So what 12 is proposing here is to pull the carbon out of the atmosphere and to turn it into a petroleum substitute.
So what is this?
Yeah, so this black layer, that's our catalyst layer.
And that is the same as the trees are doing, is that?
Yeah, exactly. So this is kind of like the black leaf of our industrial trees. So the same way a leaf would do CO2 transformation. With their catalyst, we have metal-based catalysts, and those are sprayed on.
Something like this is potentially very valuable.
Everything that we're doing that's new and novel here is protected, and that's why you'll see some of the Post-its covering things up.
We will not divulge any secrets. So you can tell me.
Yeah. Well, Hannah is setting something up back there.
Yeah, let's go see how
Let's see all the secrets.
we make the catalyst layer.
So I'm setting up to do a spray, but right now I'm just loading up the ink that I...
What is the ink made of?
A secret sauce.
A secret? Of course it's a secret
Kendra
sauce.
and Natasha maybe can give you more insight, but...
It's the catalyst itself.
So it's pretty light, this actual layer.
Well, it still looks really cool.
Thank you, it is pretty cool. Personally, I think it's really awesome to work for something that is trying to help. We're kind of going through some crises right now. So that was a big thing. I don't know, have you heard?
I don't know.
We have Nora and Sichao here.
Hello. Hi, nice to meet you.
You want to explain how you kind of put everything together?
We basically assemble the MEA in the cell between two flow fields.
That's the one we just saw being coated,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Okay, so this box with the black leaf inside actually breaks down the CO2 into syngas, right?
We make this synthesis gas that comes out of this step that can then go on to become other things. And so we have some of those products. I believe they're in the other labs, so maybe we can head there. And
Yeah, please. Just explain to me, what is this?
This is polycarbonate molded into the shape of an internal cover for a car. Mercedes-Benz vehicle specifically. About 10% of the carbon in this came from carbon dioxide initially. And on our pathway, our development pathway, we can get to 100%.
Oh, wow. And this is This is foam.
It's polyurethane foam.
This is the possibility. This is the
possibility.
This is what the dream was in the beginning, and now you're actually saying, well, it is.
We made it. This is jet fuel.
Oh my God.
So this would be a carbon neutral fuel.
Wow. Well, that's massive. That's huge. What is this?
It's a vegan, gluten-free, nut-free chocolate tart.
Okay, now you have to say something that is less San Francisco.
Yeah.
A vegan, gluten-free,
nut-free chocolate tart, yeah.
but delicious, though.
Yes.
50% of 18 to 25-year-olds in the Western world don't believe in the future.
Don't believe in the future?
Yeah, they believe that we're doomed.
Oh, I see.
Because of climate change. Do you believe in the future? Do you believe we can course correct?
For people in my generation, it's very, very obvious that climate change has occurred. When I was growing up around the Bay, the summers didn't used to be as hot, the winters weren't as cold, there weren't as many storms, and then you see it on the news all the time and you personally experience it, and that really leaves an impact on you, and you really believe it's real.
Yeah. I think it's going to be hard.
I think it's going to be hard. I think I still have hope, mostly because of the work that we're doing here. So, yeah.
Yeah. Do you believe science can solve the problem?
Yeah, I mean, what brings me hope is if you look in our past, we have solved planetary problems. We took lead out of gasoline. Acid rain, we've greatly reduced the amount of sulfuric acid that ends up in the rain. And so to me, carbon is a much larger scale than those particular planetary problems, but we've done it before. Yeah. And there's all of us working, there's an all hands on deck moment. We're all working toward this puzzle.
Carbon neutral jet fuel. Brightening clouds, those are big ideas with amazing technology that define humanity's ability to solve almost any problem.
Oh, look what I can do.
Wow, it's a cool shape. But the big ideas we need the most are sometimes about rediscovering what used to be good common sense practice, as in waste not, want not. Like here in Japan. But before I continue my journey, I'm starting to really wish I'd gotten those rash guards in Australia.
Yes, disgusting. Look at that. This one is new. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I hope it's a good doctor. After traveling from Australia, it just got really bad the last 3-4 days. She thinks she's gonna get it.
It's not contagious.
I know, I told her.
I don't know the reason why you get this, but I can cure this one.
And you promise I don't have to lose my legs?
Yes, no, not at all.
Oh, that's good.
You apply that first. You open that.
Yeah, we need to get a lot of this, you see.
Yeah. You need to change this one.
This is roll number 3. Karen, I need help to do all this. This is.
You can do it.
Thank you.
The next 2-3 months, you might get more of the spots appearing on the other parts of your body.
Next 2-3 months? If it all fails, I will come call for you. She gave me the home address. Good. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, that's me. I'm so lucky. Thank you so much. way to Kamikatsu, which is in a very beautiful setting. "20 years ago, the residents made it into what they call a zero-waste village. So I'm just curious to see how they do it. Is this where you bring the trash?
Yes.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Kana.
Kana, you Kana?
Yes,
nice to meet you.
I'm Momona.
Momona?
Momo means peach in Japanese.
Peach. Okay. and you guys?
They live in Kamikatsu.
Oh, you live
They're
here.
a couple.
Okay. So you brought the trash? And by the way, sorry that I just jumped on you. Sorry, I hope it's okay. I'm Nikolaj.
Nikolaj-san desu.
What's your name?
Nozomu.
Nozomu. Okay. What's your name?
Haruka.
Haruka. Nice to meet you guys. Is it okay that I ask you?
Interviewしてもいい?
Okay.
Okay. So how is it separated?
So 1 month.
It's only 1 month? That's not a lot. That's good. So metal?
Bottles, plastic packages,
Okay. Yes.
papers.
So
They
if
put
there's
it
anything
in...
embarrassing, just stop. What do you think?
どう思うよ?
You come from another place, right?
他の、町から。
Is it annoying to have to separate everything all the time?
大変? めんどくさい?
Yes.
リアルな声が。
Okay, so what do you do with it now?
手伝ってくれるって。よし、一緒にやろう。
Can I help you?
Yes. どれ手伝う? じゃあこれ?
Yeah, you can take the bag.
Okay.
So this
go
is
this-
the only place where the residents bring in their trash. And they separate into 45 different categories.
45.
Yes.
Oh, here we go with the cans. So you have to do all this by hand.
Yes. There's no garbage trucks that brings in, so everybody needs to come here.
God, you drink a lot of cans, man. What have we got here?
Clean plastic.
Clean plastic. What about this? This is dirty.
So these are dirty, so
Yeah.
it's separated.
How long have you worked here?
4 years now.
And where did you come from?
Next to Tokyo.
And why?
I was interested in fashion industry before, but I realized fashion pollutes a lot. And I want to contribute to the Zero Waste Society.
Yeah.
So they said, do you want to join? And I said yes.
Hello.
Hi. What's wrong with your car seat? A child seat.
Not what's wrong, but we're just trying to take it apart because there's aluminum, but there's also plastic, and there's also cloth.
Just use violence. There must be a way to lift it up.
It's not coming out.
Oh, no,
sorry.
Yes, thank you. You got this. So why are you so perfect in your accent? As if you came out of the metro in Toronto or somewhere. What's going
Because
on?
I was born in Toronto, actually.
I didn't know that. I could just hear it.
I was born in Toronto. I grew up in Vancouver, but my mom is Japanese. I was interested in this town, and I moved to this town about 3 years ago.
People come from all over the world, right?
Yeah.
And why do they come?
I think they come because they hear about this zero waste system, this intensive recycling program, and they want to learn more about it. But for me, it's more than that. Waste is the end result of our choices that we make. And so I also want to show people how people live here with nature and how they don't generate as much waste in the first place.
It's happening now. Look.
Yes.
Feel it.
It's because we stopped helping.
I know. Hey, look at this. Success. Oh, this is nice.
Kamikatsu is the embodiment of the old saying, it takes a village.
Kana is taking me to meet a person who in some ways is living in the past, but also very much ahead of his time.
All right, I'll park over here.
こんにちは。
こんにちは。
びっくりさせてすいません。これは友達のニコライさん。
Hello.
中村です。
Nice
よ
to
ろし
meet
くお願いします。
Very gracious of you to invite us into your home.
いえ、どういたしまして、どうぞ。
Thank you. Shall we go inside?
Sure, let's go inside. And I can use my shoes.
気をつけてください。
Watch your head.
And so you renovated this house?
はい、そうです。はい。
Yes, yes.
家を直すことはやったことなかったけども。
Ah, it's beautiful.
それで、その時にその。
So after he built his kitchen, he looked at the wall and said, I think there's something missing. And so then he decided he will create something.
And he did. He became an artist. So I noticed there's one light bulb here. There was another light bulb in the other room, and there's one light bulb here. Is that it? 3 light bulbs?
今十分です。
It's more than enough for me.
Well, it's a low electricity bill.
見ますか?
Do you want to see?
Yes? Yes, let me see. How much you pay for a
And then the
month?
total is 344 yen, maybe like €2.
That's good.
Expensive?
No.
今はもうこれでね、十分です。
And this is plenty for me.
That's incredible. What about the other necessities like water?
水はこの家についてる水利権のある沢があります。
So he gets it from a stream. That's about.
It's free.
Yeah, it's free.
And I'm guessing there's no heating.
暖房は
Oh, so you have the stove. Oh, hang on a second. The stove. Where's this from?
売る店があります。
So his friend sent this to him from Nagano Prefecture, which is a northern
But
part.
is it not from Scandinavia?
これはデンマークモルソーです。
Morsel.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's Denmark. Denmark.
I recognize it. When as a boy, we had this. As a boy, we had this exact same.
そうなんだ。ちっちゃい時。
I'm just very happy to see it. It reminds me of my childhood. Has he been down to the zero waste facility? Because I have a feeling he might never have anything to deliver there.
今は2ヶ月に一度。
So he doesn't have a car, so he sometimes gets the pickup from the town office. They do a pickup once every 2 months. And so sometimes
Every 2 months?
Once every 2 months, yes.
What do you do with your trash or your recycling? Where do you keep it?
さっきいた部屋です。行ってみますか?
Do you want to see it?
Yes, please, 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 please.
ここが私のゴミステーションで
This
す。
is my garbage station.
This is the garbage station.
ここに
Oh.
アルミ缶。
So you have that there, aluminum cans there, and then you have
ここは
plastic. No?
This is clean plastic.
Clean plastic, yeah. I look in your house, I can see that everything has its specific place and it's very calming. Is that something you always had, that ability, or is that something that you have, grown over in the lifetime?
だから自分で
So if I have just what I need, then I can put it in my space. But if I have more than that, I can't control it. So it needs to be stored or put away. And so it's about having exactly what he needs.
You've lived here for 33 years. So the whole zero waste idea of the city came 20 years ago. What were your thoughts when it happened?
ゼロウエストってどういうことかなって。
I didn't know the word waste, actually, because it's not a Japanese word. So
No.
he didn't know what zero waste meant.
それで辞書で
Looked it up in the dictionary. What is waste?
そうするとゴミとか
So a lot of different words came up, like actual garbage. Also, waste of time. That kind of wasting is also waste.
それで時々
So then I started thinking about this word zero and waste.
意味っていうかその ゼロウェストという
So he said he kind of already started this lifestyle before the onset of zero waste. And so he realized, like, actually the way I've been living is in line with what I understand of zero waste. So I'm going to keep continuing living like this.
ニコラさんから見て、ゼロウェスト的なのかどうなのか、聞いてみたいです。
Oh, he wants to ask you a question?
Please.
What do you think about seeing how I live? Like, what are your thoughts about zero waste and this kind of lifestyle?
I think for most people, this would be like the extreme version of living without any kind of footprint. What inspires me is that this is clearly your way of living. You've found something that gives you a quality of life. And your quality of life does not hurt anyone else. It's not on the expense of someone else. And I think that's very inspiring.
Please doodle freely.
Okay.
Very impressive gentleman. I know the word in Danish, I don't know the word in English, but ascetisk. And clearly, talk about, her footprint. It's non-existent, right? But it's inspiring. I think I'm gonna go for a little walk, a little wander.